I'm Noah. No accountability. And boy, have the last few years been good to me in Washington. From Congress members who may have broken the law with secret stock trades, to White House aides illegally campaigning on the job, to more campaign spending scandals than you can count, it's a golden era for those who don't like to follow the rules.
There are a lot of things where we felt like there were laws and there were structures that worked. And it turns out that they only worked because people were kind of willing to go along with them.
That's another Noah. Noah Bookbinder, a former federal prosecutor turned nonprofit watchdog. Or as I like to call him, Noah Quittles.
We look for corruption and for abuses against the democracy.
His organization has filed complaint after complaint in recent years targeting DC's dirty deeds. But the accused just don't seem to care anymore.
You have somebody who doesn't have shame, calling them on it doesn't really matter.
We're just now discovering many of our laws don't come with stiff penalties, other than the scarlet letter of getting caught. And in today's Washington, breaking the rules in the name of your cause doesn't get you exiled, it helps raise your profile.
If the administrative state wants to take me on, bring it. Because we're here to fight this and we're going to go on offense.
That's former Trump advisor Steve Bannon, all but celebrating his arraignment for ignoring a congressional subpoena. Bannon is also one of the ones that helped Team Trump not just run against Hillary Clinton in 2016, but against the entire political system.
Donald Trump was able to reveal to the country, whether you love Donald Trump or whether you loathe Donald Trump, that the laws that are in place are very weak.
Dave Leventhal, accountability reporter and deputy bureau chief at Insider, basically the nemesis of no accountability.
If you have somebody who's just like, forget it, I don't care, the rules don't apply to me, kind of hard for others to say, well, I'll let the rules apply to me, but not to Donald Trump.
He found no accountability in Congress either, where campaign finance violations are often ignored. And the dozens of Democrats and Republicans he exposed not properly disclosing millions of dollars in personal stock trades, the most severe penalties were
$200. That's the fine. So it's not really an incentive to do the right thing.
Who wrote these laws? Congress did? That makes sense. Getting caught red-handed used to be game over in politics, but for a number of reasons, including the shrinking of local media and the increasing number of super-safe gerrymandered districts, most politicians never actually have to worry about losing a race, which means they don't really have to worry about you, the voter, either.
If they are enriching themselves, if they are cheating, if they are undermining our democratic system, then government is working for them and not for us.
Don't worry, Congress says they have a plan to address those stock violations immediately, with new laws to ban members from trading. No ability's gonna laugh at that one. Congress already has plenty of laws, they just don't have penalties for breaking them. But leave it to Mr. Noah Quittles to find a workaround. The Protecting Our Democracy Act, a bill that includes about a dozen different reforms to increase accountability, transparency, and enforcement of existing laws. However, because it has sort of a Trump tinge to it, no Republican will go near it, for now.
In a weird way, partisanship could help because, I think there are Republicans in Congress who don't want President Biden to have too much power.
If he wants to pass the bill, this watchdog will have to convince 10 Republican senators he's right, or he'll just have to convince voters to penalize bad politicians by voting them out. Otherwise, no accountability remains the name of the game, in a city completely devoid of shame.